Rampass finish in the Arctic Race of Norway today. One we've never covered here, but a pretty exciting one. I really liked it. Beautiful scenes. Two, can it rival the Skyviews finish in the Alula Tour, which is a similar finish? That's what I really want to know. Would I live in a... Have they added a filter to this, or does Norway actually look like this? That's what I would like to know. I'm not sure it looks like that 12 months of the year, but it certainly looks quite nice now. Stock Markness, they're on this island, they do a loop, they come back. It's Hillier today, and we have a 10 to 12 minute, 12% wall after an easy stage. At the start of the stage today, there was a moment to honour Finley Tarling, who tragically lost his life in the Volta of Portugal yesterday. Just horrible news from late last night, with his NSN team staying in the race and rolling out first. And it's just a somber reminder again of how dangerous this sport can be. So thoughts to his family, friends, anyone that knew him, and also to his NSN teammates. It can't have been easy to race today in those circumstances. But a breakaway went. The key moment was this left-hander with like 8Ks to go or a bit under. It goes from this wide road to like quite a narrow road, so the GC teams were really fighting for position there. NSN, in fact, for Pinarello, who's their leader for this race, it goes, as you can see, from 2 lanes to about 1 car wide. Kalbjörg was the strongest in the breakaway. He got brought back with about 4.5 Ks to go, and you see the 3 GC favourites all lined up next to each other. On the left, Pinarello, who was good in Tirreno and Camino. In the middle, Silva for Astana, who can't stop winning. And Van Aertvelt on the right, who probably has the best GC palmares, having won 2 GC World Tour 1-week races, including Guangxi, which has a very similar finish to Nong La, 12-minute, 10-minute watt per kilo test. But the positioning battle was furious. You saw Manzang go off the road there. It's really narrow. That's why everyone fought for that corner, because you can't move up, really. As Silva starts in really good position behind Robert Dont, Pinarello 2, and then Gashinyard sends it. I want you to just watch Silva here compared to the other 2 favourites. You got Pinarello and Van Aertvelt following. They also don't have teammates, so maybe they have to follow, but Silva keeps his legs still. And this is really steep at the beginning of this, like 10 Ks an hour. When you see World Tour pros going that slowly in a race, it's really, really steep. So Silva clearly had a plan to keep his legs under control, avoid bursts if he could at the start of this climb. And as I said, there's a reason riders win regularly. You don't just win regularly by chance. I mean, you can if you're like Pogačar or Remco or Vingegaard. You're just so much stronger than most of your opposition throughout the year. But in these sort of tactical races, even a steep finish like this, it does matter how you position yourself, how you choose to spend your efforts, how you react to things. But I want to give a big shout out to Boll. I'll get back to him in a second, the stagiaire on Picnic Post NL. Kristen attacks, and this is sort of the inverse. Not young Kristen, this is his brother who's quite good, Fabio Kristen, on Q365 Pinarello. He's got maybe the quickest finish here. He's dead set fast on the flat. So why attack with a mile left? Look at Silva. He just does not respond to that burst. Maybe he couldn't, I don't know, but he doesn't respond. Again, Van Aertvelt, Pinarello, they're having to respond to these, or they're choosing to respond to these, just sapping their legs a little bit. And then Silva, seated, comes back. He just paces himself back because they're going to stop. It's an attack and stop. It's an attack and stop. He just paces himself back. But here's the shout out to Boller. He's a Volker Vessels rider. Normally, I believe that's why he's riding a Spech, because he's not riding a Lapierre that normally Picnic ride, but he's a stagiaire that they just brought in from August onwards, and he does a really good performance today. He's riding for Robert Dont, who similarly, Dont, I've never seen him climb at this level. He was, on Solaizon, 25th, that's serious business in the Dauphiné. That's against Tour de France podium guys on 25th on Solaizon, which is a properly hard climb. I thought he was more of a classics rider, an intermediate rider, but here he's mixing up with Van Aertvelt, Silva, Engelhardt, who was good in the Tour as well. Now Silva's moved himself up. Boller's finished, And then when there was a stop on the flatter section, 20 k's an hour, Silva moved himself up. Seb Berwick here, he's got to make the pace. He doesn't have the sprint of the Van Aertvelds or the Silvers. He tries to make it hard and drop everyone off the wheel on this steep section. But Van Aertvelt was waiting. Beautiful scenery here looking over the bay, and Van Aertvelt goes bang. Pinarello can't respond. Berwick has spent his bullets, but Robert Dont, as I said, really impressive to follow these two. I mean, Silva won a stage in the Giro this year, stage 2, took the pink jersey. Van Aertvelt's won UAE Tour in China GC, Guangxi rather, but just watch him here, Silva. Like I said, there's a reason he's won so many races. Bang, Van Aertvelt sits down. As soon as he puts his bum on the seat, Silva's gone, attacks him, counterattacks him. So he waits for that signal that Van Aertveldt had spent his bullets. Van Aertveldt wasn't completely done. He just sat down because he wasn't going to continue with the attack. It's not like he completely cracks. In fact, the opposite. Maybe Silva went a little bit too early. It does level off a bit here. Van Aertveldt tries to sprint back to the wheel. This is reminding me of the chase of... who was chasing? Scaroni chasing Lemon in the Bologna finish the other day, stage 5. Van Aertveldt, I thought he was going to come back almost. He comes back with speed, especially Silva's in the big gear grinding, but he beats him by a bike length. I think that's like his 7th win of the year or something. And yeah, what do you rate higher? Skyview's Alula Tour Queen Stage or the Storea Summit Melbu finish in Arctic Race of Norway? Pick your .pro fighter. Silva wins ahead of Van Aertveldt same time. Pinarello 9 seconds, then Dont as well. Engelhardt, Berwick, Bonnet, Pouls, Delbove and Fabio Kristen. Here's what the Uruguayan had to say.
Guillermo Tomás Silva, you won the Queen Stage of the Arctic Race of Norway. How do you feel?
Yeah, now I stay really happy. It's a really hard final. I think it's more hard for my possibility, but I possible take my pacing in the climb and wait the moment and attacking the crucial moment. If possible, win today is really comfortable.
Did you feel the pressure of Lennart van Aertveldt in the final ascent?
Yeah, he's the first attack. It's really hard. I possible support he, and after pass, it's really hard final.
You're the new leader, now I guess the goal is to be the new winner tomorrow.
Yeah, the final day tomorrow is more good for me, but now I try to conserve the GC.
In terms of GC, quite a good lead actually for Silva, because tomorrow's a 5 to 6 minute, again, watt per kilo punch. Van Aertveldt's going to have to gap him, because if Silva comes second on the same time, that's not enough, even losing a couple of seconds. So Silva's in a really, really good position. He can be defensive. Van Aertveldt has to attack. So I'm really looking forward to the stage tomorrow. Hope you enjoy the video. See you at the recap then. Ciao, ciao.